Hey team, thanks for coming and taking a look at another video here with me. So today we're going to go ahead and cover the resources. Now Extinction's changed things up quite a bit as far as resources go. I don't want to go ahead and give away too much, so go ahead and check out the video. I'll also make sure I comment in the section below to show you guys. I'll give you timestamps for each type of resource. That way if you're looking for something specific, you can just jump to that point in the video. And it should be pretty pinpoint accurate. Now I do want to comment there are some simple basic resources I didn't cover: stone, wood, silk. If you need silk, it's in the desert biome. Same with cactus. That's pretty much it. I think that's going to be the majority of what we need. Everything else is pretty basic, and I'll show you some of the locations I found and some of the things that actually replace the normal basic resources here for Extinction. The other thing I do want to note is remember that it's not in this list, so there's a lot of things that I wasn't able to find, silica pearls being one of them. There's a different type of silica which I'm assuming kind of takes place for that. So make sure you guys check out the OP Dino video that I posted yesterday. That's going to be what kind of covers some of the more basic resources, including black pearls, normal pearls, and some poly things like that as well. So make sure you guys take a look at that. The gotcha is the thing that actually will provide the simple resources or the basic resources that you can't normally gather. It even provides some of the basic resources you can gather. So definitely go check out that video. I'm not going to cover that again here. So if the resource isn't here and it's not on the gotcha video, go ahead and leave a comment below and I'm happy to see if I can figure it out, find it. If it's not in the video already, it's probably not something you can actively farm here, and you probably will need to tame multiple gotchas to get those covered. But all right, let's go and jump right into it. Oil. So oil is going to be a little bit harder to get. Obviously you can actually get them off of the gotchas, which we talked about in one of our other videos. However, if you're actually looking to farm it, I found it in two zones. I found it here in the, once again, mushroom red zone, which is in the middle north of the map, and I found it in the very south middle of the map as well. As you can see here, you mine it just like any other normal rocks, and it's just in the normal form. It looks like this. It just looks like a greasy rock. But yeah, you can find it here. Let me actually pull out my GPS. So I'm at about 342, and it's all over this zone here, next to the silicate and those other things. Or you can find it in the south, at the very south middle, like desert area as well. There's actually a big like oil lake down there, and there's tons of nodes down around that one as well. This is just a quick showcase of the oil lake that I was talking about a second ago with the oil nodes. As you can see, there's quite a few oil nodes down here. There's a good amount of metal as well. The oil in here, I haven't been able to figure out how to do anything with it. I don't think that you can. Might be wrong. Maybe there's a way to actually gather it, but I'm pretty sure this is oil and not water. But yeah, we're sitting at about 8137. So if you're closer to this area, or if you're not willing to go and fight as many corrupted dinos, as you can see, there's still quite a few here. Just be careful when you guys are actually mining oil. It seems like this is going to be one of the more rare resources on the map. Next up, we're going to go ahead and talk about the sap. So there's a sap that grows here in the corrupted area, right outside the red zone again. It looks like it grows on these trees here. These weird looking, I don't even know what you want to call them. As you can see there, we got some red crystallized sap. This is actually red gems. So this takes the place of red gems inside Extinction. So this is where you get it. Obviously, I'm not sure. Let's try a hatchet, see if we get more out of a hatchet instead. Nah, looks like we got more with the pick than we did with the hatchet. So it looks like you want to use a pick or probably some sort of farming dino. We haven't tested the farming dinos. I'm just showing you the locations of these items. Let me pull out the compass here. We're sitting about 843. So this is where you get the red gem / sap that replaces the red gems here in Extinction. Alright, so the next one we're going to want to gather is the silicate. I think it's called silicate. Let's double check here. And you actually get that from these weird looking rocks here, right in the weird mushroom. I don't know if you can call those mushrooms. Anyway, the weird red zone right in the middle of the map on the very north side. There we go, silicate. So if we look here, let's actually look at the silicate right there. Hardened deposit of silicone. So it says you can refine it into silicone plates, which I'm assuming take the place of silicone pearls. However, I haven't been able to figure out how to do it. I've tried putting it in a forge. I've tried throwing it into all of the different crafting stations, and I haven't been able to actually figure out how to refine it yet. So if you do figure that one out, throw it in the comments below so other people can figure it out as well. But as you can see, there are a lot of these nodes around here, so you can actually get a lot of the silicate, which I'm assuming is probably silicate pearls. Again, this is another huge corrupted zone, so definitely be careful of the actual mobs. It's going to be a very hard farming zone, probably an end game farming zone. As you can see right there, I was trying to actually smelt it to see what we can do. But yeah, that's where you get the silicate. Okay, so metal is probably one of the more scarce resources. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, most of these metal nodes are pretty spread out throughout the map. I didn't find a huge concentrate of metal on most of the map. However, this is the best area that I found that does have quite a bit of metal. This is the weird red mushroom biome area. Obviously, we have a meteor storm going on, ignore that. But as you can see, I'll do a quick scan or flyby here so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. But there's a decent amount of condensed metal here. And this is really near the King Titan location, so it kind of makes sense. But this is probably the most metal in like a condensed zone that I was able to find. There's a decent amount of crystal around this area as well, but we're at, it says 0.42. I'm pretty sure the GPS just kind of gets messed up in this area. We're pretty much at the middle north end of the map. And this is going to be your best area for metal specifically. There's actually a decent amount of obsidian up here too, so we'll actually lump that one in here as well. But this is where you're going to want to come if you really need that obsidian and or metal, crystal too. Let's lump that in, and oil as well. So this is probably, well, we'll leave it at this. This is probably the best, most condensed area for quite a few materials all in one area, but my dinos aren't spawning in right now, but I'm pretty sure this is like a huge corrupted area as well, with wyverns and pterodactyls as well, so it's going to be even harder to fly through. But yeah, this is going to be one of your best areas for metal, crystal, obsidian, and the silica stuff that we talked about a little bit ago. So there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the polymer replacement. So I went ahead and killed off, admin killed off one of these corrupt gigas. As you can see, it does have the corrupted hearts and the normal item, so it actually has some angler gel and some leech blood, which is kind of weird. However, if you actually harvest its body, as you can see here, you get a chance to get these, the corrupted nodules. Nodules? I'm not really sure how you say it, but anyway, so it says these increasingly strong, lightweight nodules are somehow naturally made in corrupted creatures, incredibly hazardous to human if consumed. It's literally just organic polymer. It doesn't stack very high, so I think it stacks even less. Let's see if we can get a couple more. I think it stacks even less than the organic poly does. I think it only stacks in 2s, if I'm not mistaken. Let's kill this one here. Alright, and there we go. Oh, we're up to 9. Maybe it stacks in 10, just like organic poly. So we can get 2 more. Yeah, 2 more. So 10. So it actually just basically takes the place of organic polymer here on the map. Obviously, if you have a giga or something strong, you can actually come out here and farm these. When you start farming corrupted hearts, you will get a decent amount of organic poly. I haven't seen any moss shops on here, and I would assume they probably don't work the same, but it's worth a shot if you do see one. But yeah, that's where you get the new organic poly. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but it is worth noting just because they are for the new items. But these gas bag bladders, you get these just from killing the gas bag. I want to say it's probably one on every single drop. Let's test this one here. Never mind, that one's gone. Anyway, that's where you get the gas bag bladders. You just need to kill a couple of the gas bags, and those are pretty common around the map as well. Mostly outside, inside the, or not inside, but outside in the corrupt zone. So, yeah, there we go. Paste is actually extremely common on this map. There are quite a few beavers. If you're playing on officials, you'll notice that some of the rates are probably a little bit messed up at the moment. Anyway, so you can actually find paste in beaver dams just like you can on most of the other maps. This one's here about 49.29, which is where a lot of people are playing right now. It's just outside the city underneath the green obby. There are quite a few down in the forest biome as well. So those are the 2 biggest areas that I've noticed them, but I would guess that anywhere there's water, you're probably going to find beavers on this map. There are, as you can see, there's actually quite a few beaver dams here just on the green obby by itself, but these should be pretty common and pretty easy for you guys to find. Okay, next up, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys where you can get both sulfur and another version of gas, as well as the gas ball. So if you actually go ahead and let's go look at the GPS again, we're about 6128. As you can see, it's pretty obvious where we're at. It's pretty easy to spot if you have any kind of flying animal. But what we're looking for are these nodes down here. So these nodes are literally just sulfur, stone. Let's see if we can mine one here. Sulfur, stone, and there you go, condensed gas. So The condensed gas is the one you're going to want to look at. What you do is you just put this into a forge just like you do normally. However, you just leave it in there with nothing else and it will turn into gas balls. Obviously, if you combine gas balls and green gems, you can get gas in a chem bench as well. So this is another way for you to be able to mass farm gas if you need to. I would assume that you can actually use an Anki and mass farm this stuff as well. So this is the best place for both sulfur and the condensed gas balls. It's probably a good quick time to show you guys what the green gems look like. I'm not sure why they're blue, probably just because they're supposed to be kind of depleted. However, if you farm these are in a lot of the actual biomes, so snow biome, desert biome, and in a lot of the caves. These are what they actually look like. They're just fragmented green gems, so it's literally just a replacement for green gems. That's what they look like, and you can find them pretty much all over the map. So fungal wood is another thing you can actually get on the map. You can get it from these kind of trees here, so they look like this. My coordinates are, again, about 1327, so you can get quite a bit of fungal wood from these. You can actually also get the sap that we talked about a minute ago with this as well. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up most of the actual items you're going to be looking for here in Extinction. Now, as a reminder again, if I didn't name some of the items that you're looking for, silica pearls being one of those, black pearls being another, I couldn't find any locations on the map that actually spawned them. I checked all the rivers, I checked most of the common locations you would find something like that, and I wasn't able to find any of them. So just as a reminder, this guy right here is going to be your producer for a lot of those items that you can't get elsewhere. Now all you need to do is tame a couple of these up. Each one has a different production type. So this guy, for example, gives sand, thatch, flint, blue crystallized sap, silk, and black pearls. And you can get normal silica pearls through these guys as well, which is pretty common. And then you can actually select what you want it to do. Check out the other video, the OP Dino video, for a little bit more in-depth explanation on these guys. They are really valuable, really good, and you're going to want quite a few of them. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and again, if you guys want to see more content, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell to see notifications, or check us out on Twitch. We're going to go ahead and make sure we get a couple of Twitch things going here soon as I get a little bit more content out for you guys on the videos. And thanks for watching. Have a good night.